but he's got a chance to be awfully special, especially with the way.
In a while, the Phillies have always had something coming out of the gates, it seems like, these last few years. You got to watch your work.
And you hear that saying, you can't necessarily win the division in the first month of the season, but you certainly can lose it, because it takes so much to make up ground if you get too far behind. And that's one of the most important things, is to make sure we get out of the gate healthy and sharp.
On the ground, one hop stop gathers it in, and Kerry Carpenter is an out for the final out here.
That is actually why in spring training especially, you'll see, even for the teams on the one dugout, if it's an opposite field hitter, they'll move and use the other on-deck circle to protect themselves behind the hitter, just for that reason. And it does make some sense.
I saw yesterday, what was it, Randy Arozarena, who was almost standing behind the plate, but he had the protection, the fact that he's a left-handed batter. He's over on that on-deck circle. He's kind of behind the hitter, but
giving himself a very lovely look of the pitcher. Maybe too much.
Into the air to right. Towards the corner goes Carpenter, still ranging over, and is going to get there and make the catch. So Merrifield is an out, and there's a 1-2-3 inning for Tarek Skubal. After 4 in Clearwater. He has been really efficient as we start the 5th inning. Does that mean he finishes up on a bullpen mound somewhere?
It's possible.
I mean, it used to be you would strike
guys to 100 pitches at least once or twice and then pull them back. But things are different these days.
Another strikeout for Wheeler.
I don't think Canna had much of a chance there. Again, I think this is the sweeper that he's kind of broken out. Oh, this looks like a split. The way it came out of but
this one fouled down the left side. Merrifield gives it a look. Out of play. Yeah, I think he's going to make it. He's had one. The 0-2. Knocked up. Maybe a play. Sosa chasing.
Stay in here. Oop. Tried. Though the wind has died down quite a bit. I thought there was going to be, had a chance to be a little, pretty nice afternoon.
Wheeler's 1-2. And a bouncer to second. Charging Stott. I'll get him. So 2 gone, and here comes Matt Vierling.
Maybe a little bit different this year with Gio Urshela and some of the other young players that they fully expect to be everyday players. He made great teammate.
Hopper to third. Sosa's got it. In on the run. He'll throw out Vierling. And there is another 1-2-3 inning for Zach Wheeler. His 4th in 5. Jake Cave starts it for the Phils. He's driven in the only run today with a single to left. His first time up, 1-0 ball game. Zach Wheeler opposite Tarek Skubal. Again, that one's hit hard, but on a line right at
both in Detroit and in Florida.
Turner's going.
Oh, and he is gone. Not just going, he's gone. What a jump.
30 for 30 last year was loose for Detroit. Phillies have Jose Alvarado loosening up, so they might have Wheeler go back out, start the inning, and then have Alvarado come on midway through. We'll see.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's throwing with a whole lot of urgency right now.
2 outs, runner at second, the 1-2. And JT still alive up there against Skubal. Yeah, but there were many situations last year where we would you think this is the spot for Turner to go, right? This is the spot. He can take the bag. And he wouldn't. And JT can't come up with that one, but Rogers does. And that'll be a strikeout of Real Muto, and that will do it for the Phillies. Here we're through 5.
Well, he's been a bit of a disappointment for the Detroit Tigers. That was a big contract when all those shortstops came out. Benefited from that. But he has not performed to the level that he was performing at in Chicago.
Signed through 2027. Baez last year hit only 9 home runs. This was a guy who pretty routinely was 25 to 30 homers every year there for a while.
And he always struck me as a guy that was sort of a red light player, wanted to play under the big lights and loved to show off his abilities. And I just don't know whether Detroit at that time was the right mix for him.
Sosa stays back on it, has time to get Baez.
Well, there was a time when that guy would be
deck.
And I do like get him in there, get him to face some of the good hitters, and keep firing that fastball at about 100 miles an hour right on in on your head. Dirty innings for Alvarado.
Alvarado's 0-2. That's hit well center field, but back on it is Marsh. He's got room. 2 gone. Need to go. They do like to get all these relievers, the various situations. Again, theoretically a dirty inning, but nobody on base here. But coming on mid-inning, and they like to have relief 6 off him. Check swing floater, and Bohm's got it. Alec Bohm using that long frame to reel that one in. Fine play by Alec, and that will do it for the Tigers. As they go 1, 2, 3. This play again, Bohm ranging back on it. Nicely done.
Yeah.
And that one's popped in the air, right field line. But no play as that's into the seats. That's the 28-year-old right-hander. Spring training numbers for the product of Stephen F. Austin University.
And not necessarily slated to make this ball club, likely to go back to AAA.
As this one grounded deep third, Bierling from across the line. And the throw pulls Torkelson off the bag. He couldn't handle it anyways.
Yeah, I got to believe that's going to be ruled a hit as well. A really tough play for Bierling. And I think with a perfect throw, he might have gotten him. Alec Bohm, not the fleetest of foot. 8th in WHIP and 9th in ERA.
This one's hit well to right, and going back unable to play it is Carpenter. It'll be off the wall, bounds away from him. Coming around third is Bohm. He'll be waved to the plate, and the throw is not going to make it. And Bohm will score standing up on the double by Brandon Marsh, and it's 2-0 Phillies.
Nothing like those 2-out RBIs to break a team's back. Really short swing, stays on this pitch nicely. Pitch that was down, out over the plate a little bit for Marsh, and stays right on it, drives it into right center field. And
the other way, I might draw a walk, get a board.
I think it's really a matter of just for veteran guys who've been around a while, it's a matter of just timing and seeing the ball and just reacting to some pitches. Again, it's different for everyone. I always believe, and Charlie Manuel, who's one of the best hitting coaches I've ever been around, I always believe that for the regulars, maybe 50 to 70 at bats.